Live Storm Tracker Doppler radar, sponsored by bankruptcy attorney E. Orem Young. Now, your local weather with meteorologist Brian Briggs.
Well, good Saturday evening to you. Hopefully you've been able to stay cool and just comfortable, as it's been a very, very hot and humid day. Once again across the ArkLaMiss, although we're not dealing with that extra cloud cover that we have been the last few days, and that really has sent our temperatures sky high here. We were currently at 96 degrees here in the Twin Cities. That dew point is at 74, and that's giving fairly high heat index values across the area. So if you're out and about today, hopefully you've stayed hydrated, as we are not quite done with the heat as we head through the weekend. Currently, temperatures across the area are generally in the lower to middle 90s, although the further south you go, you're noticing those folks a little bit cooler in the 80s and even middle 70s for some, and that's because, well, they've had a little bit more shower and thunderstorm activity than the remainder of the ArkLaMiss today. So it's been kind of scattered all over the place, and those folks have been lucky, the ones that have received some of that rainfall, as the heat index values are very, very high. 108 here in Monroe, 102 in Ruston, 108 in El Dorado as well, and still feeling like 104 in Monticello and Greenville, but only feeling like 77 down in Alexandria, and that's because, well, they've seen that higher shower and thunderstorm activity. So despite the heat, though, we do not have any active watches or warnings in the ArkLaMiss, and they're right up on our doorstep here. We do have a heat advisory just to the west, and excessive heat warnings and heat advisories into Texas and Oklahoma, but really none of our parishes or counties are covered in that, at least not yet. However, with the conditions being in favor, we could maybe see advisory tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on that. Northwesterly flow continues across the ArkLaMiss, and that has us unsettled and has been having us unsettled here the last few days, but we're going to kind of quickly shift to the tropics, and here you can see Tropical Storm Kyle off towards the north and east, and Tropical Storm Josephine off towards the south and east. And again, this system looking a lot more healthier than Kyle as it continues to propagate north and east, but nonetheless, they are not going to be posing any sort of threat to the ArkLaMiss, and we will not be seeing any sort of shower or thunderstorm activity from that. Here in our neck of the woods, though, our live storm tracker Doppler radar is showing that the complex of showers and thunderstorms that developed across our southern regions has now moved out, and we are quiet, and I would anticipate that we will not be seeing any more of those showers and thunderstorms through the remainder of the evening and of the overnight as well. Maybe a few clouds from time to time here, but we're going to be remaining dry. Now as we get into Sunday, though, there could be enough instability in the afternoon to maybe see a few isolated showers and thunderstorms, but compared to the last couple days, it will be much more isolated. So only a few folks will be getting in on that relief from Mother Nature. Otherwise, it's going to be fairly hot. But the good news is we do have some cooler weather to look at over the next 6 to 10 days. And the Climate Prediction Center still favors us to see somewhat below average temperatures for this time of year over the next 6 to 10 days. So therefore, a little bit of relief is in sight. As we head into tonight, getting into the middle 70s, we get a few clouds from time to time. As we get into our Sunday, highs topping out in the middle to upper 90s with a stray shower or thunderstorm possible. And a quick look at the 70 forecast shows that lower 90s return for the week. However, it won't be as humid, so it will still be hot, but more doable or tolerable, I guess. And maybe those rain chances returning by the end of next week. But all in all, enjoy it while it lasts, because well, it's at least below average for this time of year.
Right, and there was no 100s on there anyway, right? So we're okay.
No, and definitely at night you're going to feel it as well.
So it's going to feel like maybe 100,
oh yeah,
though.
much more comfortable.
So definitely just stay hydrated. That's all we can do.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks, Brian.
Yep.
One NBA coach was dismissed earlier today because of the lack of success under his leadership in the last couple of years. Find out who